Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Man, hola, como esta? It's your boy Rasheen from Behind the Muse, and welcome to another episode of Tequila Tuesday. Yes, sir. Yo, we are back. Season 2, yo. So unlike before when we did the music specifically tied to a embarrassing story, usually embarrassing story in my life, this time we might do story, we might do whatever's happening in the week. We're gonna do whatever. You feel me? It's season 2, bro. You know we coming with the flames. And that's it. You know, just flames, whatever comes to mind. You dig what I'm saying? So look, before we get too in depth, make sure you guys look at the bottom, hit that like, subscribe, and that bell so you get notifications on all the flames that we bring, because we are bringing the fire. Season 2, baby. Season 2. I'm excited, man. It's Tequila Tuesday. You know I got my 1800, man. This is an old classic. Reposado, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. 1800. One of the first tequilas I fell in love with. I had to bring it back to the classic, starting season 2, bring it back to Tequila Tuesday. You know how we doing it. Today we're discussing the Chloe Bailey controversy. Now, Chloe Bailey did a performance not too long ago. This was Friday, and it's been sparking some debates on Twitter, Instagram, and group chats. Anonymous, you feel me? And as a treat, I got a special guest that can bring a little light to this situation and let you know how exactly she feels, and I'll let you know how I feel. So without further ado, man, grab your drink and sip as your boy take you on a trip. Yo, so like I said, today we will be discussing the Chloe Bailey controversy. Now, recently she did a performance on ABC, and it's been getting a lot of heat, a lot of conversations and things like that. So, I had to do it. I had to bring on a guest star, a co-host, someone that could bring light to something that I might be missing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a black woman. It's only right that I brought a black woman on, and who better than the infamous Jazzy Toy from the heat, from the barrels of LA. You dig what I'm saying? To bring life. Bro, please welcome to the stage. Welcome to the podcast, Jazzy Toy. Toy, the stage is yours, man. What's up? What's popping? How you living?
What's good? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. You finally got my name right, so that's...
Yeah, I finally got your name right. Usually
really...
don't. Listen, it's been years. But I had to do it for the podcast, man. And actually, I had to bring you on. You see what I mean? It's been long overdue. Long overdue.
Yeah.
You should have been here. But had to bring you on for this one, though.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. Like you said, it's been the talk of, the weekend.
Oh, for sure.
The holiday weekend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what a timely manner. You understand what I'm saying?
It's definitely been the talk of the town, man. Chloe Bailey performed on ABC. This was Friday, and it was a part of a special called Juneteenth. Together We Triumph, Soul of a Nation. So it was a part of this special they were having for Juneteenth. This was on Friday, and she performed her cover of Nina Simone's Feeling Good. All right, so she did that, and the performance was amazing, if I do say so myself. I mean, she had the moon in the background. She had the silver and black cat suit thing going on, bro. She was looking good, you know what I'm saying? Feeling good, you see what I mean? It was gorgeous. It was a great performance, and I will definitely say that. But people are saying that much for the occasion. People feel like the occasion was, Black empowerment, or, really speaking on, in 1865 when the slaves were free, the last slaves were free in Texas. We were really speaking on that. There's a lot of things going on in the Black community. They felt like this one time for Chloe to be sexy. They felt a little uneasy.
Uh-huh.
I kind of felt where they were coming from. So Jazz, you being a black woman yourself, how did you feel about the performance, man? What was your thoughts on it?
Like you said, I definitely feel like it was a phenomenal performance. Like, say what you want,
sure.
She ate. Like,
yes,
she literally ate.
I agree.
And I think that to the point of like people's controversy, I think that I'm in a place where it doesn't bother me, but I definitely can understand the energy of reading the room. But at the same time, I feel like I dibbled into like the comments and people on, social media, and they were talking about like, oh, you're disrespecting Nina Simone and the song, talking about the song is about slavery. And I'm like,
it's not.
Since when? It literally is not. Since when? That song was literally created for a commercial.
Yeah.
And then it just took flight.
And it's feeling so good. That's the word. Like, who felt good during slavery? Like, what the fuck? What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, nah.
No one. We were oppressed. No one. So I think that a lot of people were really jumping the gun on really trying to find a reason. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that sometimes people just bandwagon on shit that they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in that regard, it gets to a point where it's just like, what are you really trying to do? Are you really trying to correct what you feel was inappropriate or wrong? Are you trying to condemn and pass judgment on something that you maybe not have been, confident enough of doing yourself, or, are hating on, or whatever the case may be? Like, what's your motive? You know what I mean? What's your point? And I think there was a very big gray area.
Disconnect.
People were really basking in that area of it. And that's where I was just like, it wasn't even worth to me, acknowledging until you asked me, like, people they just want a reason. And it's just, it's exhausting, quite frankly. You know what I mean?
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Now, so I will say, Nina Simone's granddaughter did speak on her performance, and I have her quote. She said, "Everybody's coming at Chloe Bailey for a performance of my grandmother Nina Simone's song. But what y'all fail to realize that my grandma was a free-spirited woman herself. She would have loved that performance as much as I do. Relax, Chloe killed it." Chloe Bailey also said in an interview on ABC, she said the performance was inspired by her spirit and her confidence and her honesty, and I worked incredibly hard to put it together. I'm just so happy to see that her granddaughter loved it. So here's what I say, man. Shout out to Chloe Bailey. I feel like she's been doing her she's been doing her thing as of late, being the free-spirited, sexy individual that, saying God created, himself. So I definitely support that. And the fact that Nina Simone's granddaughter was just like, I'm here for it. I feel like she definitely embodied the spirit of Nina Simone in that song. So, I mean, as far as the tribute, I feel like it was good. I just don't, time and place. And that's why I say, because I feel like the tribute would have been fine. Like, tribute for that song was perfect. It was the right thing for that. It just wasn't the right time, I feel like, or the place. Maybe the place. Because, I mean, this is ABC News, right? Family station. The song is actually a part of, I'm not sure if you're tracking on this, but this song is actually a part of a Disney EP that's coming out, featuring Corday and Common and Lucky Day. So it's really a family-oriented type vibe is what I'm getting from it. And it's also Juneteenth. And I feel like, yes, Black women in itself have been over-sexualized for many years. You could go back to when Black women came off the boat over-sexualized immediately. Massa had his way. You see what I mean? So it's definitely one of those things that I feel like should be talked about. Should it be talked about in this setting? And that's what I don't know. I felt uneasy when I saw it. I was just like, I feel like we're detracting from a message with another message. That's what it felt like to me. So
yeah, I think that it's always really important for me for people to understand the duality and the complexities of a Black woman, because we're always kind of boxed into this unreachable amount of like expectation and standard that mediocrity, is never really, mediocre is the standard, but we're expected to exceed it, right?
Right.
So, like as a writer, as a director, like that's something that I always try to really give space for, right? And in that question, so you said that the song is going to be a part of an EP. Is that the original version, or are you talking about Chloe's version that she just dropped?
Chloe's version. Chloe's cover is going to be a part of that EP, that Disney EP.
Right. Okay. So that's fine, right? Like I honestly had no idea why she dropped the cover. Like, but to each his own, right? In my own world, I don't know, but I definitely think that it was really appropriate for what she has been experiencing. Like the idea that, and let's be clear, like Nina Simone was literally the type of person that was like, as an artist, and I don't want to misquote her, but it was like to some extent, like her point was, as an artist, you're supposed to basically push the envelope. And if you're not doing that, you're not doing it right at all. So in that, and she was like to, make sure that everything is always evolving. And I think that this goes into that group message controversy that was really trying to be explained and articulated, is that these times are making space for things that you're trying to control and appropriate based on your palette. And I think that is a thing that, is something that she was challenging with her performance. And I think that a lot of people are challenging in general, that I'm not going to, water myself down or, make myself palatable. Fit your
box.
Yeah, for you. Choke. Quite honestly, right? You can literally choke, and I don't think at all she meant it in disrespect. I think she meant it for liberation. You know what I mean? Because she did get shunned when she first started. I tell people all the time, listen, when I lose my stomach, don't talk to me. So you better believe that if I was Chloe Bailey and I had that freaking body, I'm not finna, no time to be wasted. Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah. And when she came out with it, come on, like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
People who had something to say about that, they got something to say about Lizzo, they got something to say about every damn body.
Cardi B,
it's just
Megan
like,
Stallion.
You understand? And it's just like, why? Because what? Because I don't even know. And I think it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand why. I understand like there's a place and time for everything, but I didn't understand. I didn't watch the casting of this event, so I can't really say for certain what the tone of the whole performance or the whole show was. Right? But from my understanding, it seemed like it was like a formal place, and I heard someone say like, oh, it's kind of like, what was it, like twerking at a pastor's anniversary or some
like
shit?
A pastor anniversary, somebody twerking in like the aisle or whatever. That's what it was compared to in the group set. And I was like, I kind of feel that.
I felt that. I was like, you know what, if someone's trying to explain it to me, that was like the perfect analogy. Like, but also, why are we kind of like sanctifying being Black? Like, why is it? And maybe, and I'm not saying that Black people can't be sanctified, but at the same time, it's so limiting in that way. And the mentality is so judgmental that it's like, you kind of like, sometimes it seems like it's just, you're using your sanctity to pass judgment. And it's like, I don't think that that's how that's supposed to go. If you ask me, but who am I, right? So I think it was super liberating, super symbolic and intentional of her, especially giving like her story about her feeling good about herself, her self, confidence and discovery and liberation. I think that was like the perfect way to do it. And I mean, she should regret nothing. You shake the table, cool, whatever, move on. Like you either gonna swallow it or you gonna choke. Really, that's pretty much it.
I mean, and I can echo most of that sentiment. As an artist, kind of trained to do that. We're not really putting forth anything good if we're not having too many people talk about it. You know what I mean? If people not in the audience, like with their head, like, shaking their head, you know what I'm saying? Like scratching their head, then did we do anything provoking, or thought provoking? So I feel that, and I feel like this was definitely thought provoking. This was a great performance with amazing vocals. I mean,
she was literally flipping and shit, and literally
leg in the air, shaking like a tambourine with these amazing
did not miss
vocals.
A note.
So we ain't gonna sit here and pretend like that performance wasn't banging. It was. I still feel and I think that's what it is. So a lot of people, because actually we've discussed this I've discussed this in several group chats, so at least two. And in both of the group chats, someone left because it got too deep. It got too deep for the intro, I feel like.
Were both of them like heterosexual, cis, black women?
Both were black women. And they both left, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it got too deep, man. And I'm the type of person, man, I like, I say things not necessarily thinking about how it's coming off and things like that. So I try to watch that. But for this one, I felt like I was trying to come to people and just be like, this is how I feel, but I can definitely see both sides. And I had people bring up great points about pretty much what you were just saying, like echoing your sentiment. I feel like this is empowering. I feel like this is, great. I feel like this should, as an artist, you should shake the table. They also brought up, her granddaughter who said it was fine and, things like that. I guess it made me uncomfortable because that's not
what do you think that is?
Exactly. It's kind of one of those things where you kind of like just self-examine. Like, okay, why do I feel uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? But for me, like when I did do that, self-examination, I pretty much came to the conclusion of I wasn't expecting this.
It wasn't even that it was right or wrong. It was just that I didn't expect that. I expected some fucking opera shit. Like you expect her to be in a gown doing some whatever the fuck. Like
or singing like Negro spirituals or something like that. It's Juneteenth. You did what I'm saying? Like singing hymnal or something, But I wasn't expecting the super sexiness that did come about.
But that is, when you're being honest, that is the fucking soul of our nation, of us as a culture. Is it not?
So you're saying that the soul of our nation is shaking a tail feather?
No, I'm saying being something that other than what people are trying to make us out to be. Being something more than what people are trying to make us out to be. That's what
okay. More than the status
outside
quo.
Of that, huh?
No, like more than the status quo. Like we kind of like
like it's
we
black
take
people.
what you give us and like push forward. Okay.
We're always pushing outside of the box that people have created for us to fit in.
Yeah.
That part, not because I've seen people comment, oh, she can't do nothing without shaking her ass, da 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 da, and it's just like. It's so simple-minded and very surface-level thinking when you get to that point of not really understanding a lot. And I'm not even trying to go fake deep. It's just more so about the reality of it and how it truly does feel when you're literally just trying to exist in your fullest self and trying to continue to be. If you're not innovative as an artist, what are you really doing?
Right.
If you're not pushing forward as an artist, what are you really doing? And it's really, you're gonna make a lot of people uncomfortable when you're continually pushing, past that, you said, like that status quo. So it's not about shaking ass. It's really not.
It's more than that.
It's more than that. It's way
and
more than
that. I definitely feel that. And I'm making light of the situation, but nobody on this planet, especially not no black woman, should feel any type of way about doing whatever the hell makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell makes them feel like more, you know what I'm saying? Or enough. So I feel that. And maybe it was the sense of like, you know, maybe a lot of black men felt like this. Just like, I wasn't expecting it. Kind of made me uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it was just too much. Maybe it was too much of, you know, you being the best you made me feel inferior, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real with ourselves. Let's be real, black man. Maybe it was just too much. You did what I'm saying? So it was something that made you feel like inadequate. Maybe that's why you felt like, you know, I ain't feeling it. Now, I ain't saying me, though, because, you know,
not you, but
not, you know, when I say you, me, I mean
not
like
you as in me,
you
as in you as universally you. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
that a lot of times when people feel like whenever someone is just really tapping into their greatness, and it makes you feel like, oh, what the am I doing? Or like you said, that self-examination, why did that make me uncomfortable? Why did I feel the need to clutch my pearls and judge her? You know, whatever. And that's like a really good point. And not just black men, honey, black women too. Or just regular women, but black women too.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but it's the truth, you know. But yeah, man, hell no. I was like, bitch, you better. Like, okay.
Nah, man, I was really trying to, you know, making plans for my funeral. I was just like, man, like 2 Chainz said, when I die, bury me inside the booty club. I just want a couple, you know what I'm saying? Like, a couple women singing that Nina Simone, feeling good in the pews, and, you know, shaking a little tail feather. I think that would be appropriate, you know.
I think
nothing
so.
crazy.
I think me and Nessa can work some shit out, make it happen.
Let's just book a couple of strippers for my funeral, you know what I'm saying? I put it in my will, so it gotta happen. But you know what I'm saying?
We got it covered.
I definitely feel it. So I think how do we move forward? How do we move forward as a community? Like, you know, when will we give black women that space to feel unapologetic about their decisions?
I think it's twofold. And I'm so proud of her, Grace, in, you know, not being apologetic and saying, like you said, in her interview, that it was in tapping into her own Nina Simone, and she's glad that she got the support of her granddaughter, which I think is so important to know. But
definitely important to know.
Yeah, because that's what we need. We need more people. Like, literally, this is Juneteenth weekend, and we're caught up in commenting on something instead of lifting her up. And which, don't get it twisted, there was a lot of people who definitely gave words of encouragement, really rooted for her in that.
Yeah, there was definitely people giving love.
But but I think that, you know, it goes into minding your fucking business, you know.
Damn.
You thought I was gonna say something real like thought-provoking, yeah.
What?
It just really goes into
out of nowhere, bro.
I think it just really goes into, like, I'm pretty sure my mom isn't the only mom who taught you, like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. It's really just becoming very comfortable. But when it comes to black women, to just do this, like, just shut the fuck up. Yeah. Starts there. And then, on the other hand, as far as black women, I think it also not being apologetic. Being very intentional about, like, what you want to do, how you want to present yourself, working on yourself, and unlearning that feeling of needing to be apologetic and minimizing yourself, that imposter syndrome. That's self-work. And that shit's hard. When you work for something, like, bro, you just be like, I'm I'm not apologizing for that, you know. So,
Right.
I think that answers your question, really.
Man, I feel that. And I'm not gonna be two-sided. I still feel uncomfortable. It was some self-examination that happened.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day,
that's
I
fair.
feel like it was.
And the
I feel
thing
like it
is
was
that you
definitely like,
acknowledge it.
yeah. I mean, because I do still feel like, you know, well, I felt originally that it might not have been the right setting for that message. But I totally support the message. I feel like it wasn't the right setting for that message. It being, you know, ABC Family or, you know, like Disney.
So do you think that ABC is like, question, do you think that ABC is like rebranding? I don't even care about them rebranding. Do you think that they would not have corrected her or told her no if they thought that it was inappropriate?
Nah, I feel like I don't think the white man would ever correct a black woman for doing something controversial that might make them look bad. I'm not saying that's what happened, because I don't feel like Chloe in any sense looked bad. I feel like, because I mean, in terms of things you can do that are like inappropriate, that was like at the bottom of the barrel. Like that wasn't even coming close to like, like she really overboard. But if a black woman was to do that on ABC, I don't think she'll get checked. I think she would get broadcasted, plastered everywhere, to further the, you know, the idea that black women are over-sexualized and that you should do it. And that's how you should look at black women. That's how I think they would do it.
That's a really good point. I think that, like, I don't know, with me, and this may be pride, honestly, but with me, it's like I definitely understand how that makes a lot of sense. And then the other part of me is like, like, is that giving them too much power to say that they would even have such a strong say so, right? Because at the end of the day, like, it's her vocals, like her choreography, whatever have you. You know, she's not a Muppet. You feel me? There's no white man with strings attached to it, but I understand that idea. But sometimes that like stance feels like it gives them too much power. Yeah.
Do you feel like
say so in such a space that is supposed to be for us by us?
Do you feel like she might have the social responsibility? Like, I've heard this thrown around a lot. Do you feel like she might have the social responsibility to be more conservative? Or do you feel like she's helping the black woman plight the most by her actions on Juneteenth?
No, I don't think that she should be more conservative for the sake of, like, I think it's really, go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to give you an example too, because, you know, when WAP came out, there was all this talk about black women are already over-sexualized, and here you are yet again putting out more music to super sexualize black women. I was like,
that's bullshit.
Cardi
okay,
like
that's fine.
Puerto Rican, but you know, whatever.
Dominican. It goes back to what I was saying about the duality of it. Like, I can be a blunt, hard-ass person, and I can also be fragile and very sensitive. So I can also be a very business-oriented mind with a banging ass sexuality and body that I embrace. And I think that goes also into, like, I think I've been having this theme in my mind about, like, the revolution of the black woman. And it really is just to choose you. Like, and I think it's so hard because we are, when it comes to certain things, like you said, like being over-sexualized, does that mean that we should not, we should be more conservative about sexuality?
Yeah.
Right. I can't be sexy anymore.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. It means to stop objectifying me. Those are two different things.
Yeah, you change your actions. I shouldn't have to change mine.
Yeah. I shouldn't have to change how I view and me being me and how I view and choose to show up as myself just because you don't know how to
handle it
properly or appropriately respond to that.
Yeah.
In a you think because I am choosing to show up in this way or that I want to wear a thong bikini that automatically means you can touch me. And it's like,
okay,
no, you think that because I come up like this that I'm boundless, like I have no boundaries,
right? And
no, there are still boundaries,
Yeah,
and it's
you can still get two-pieced out here.
You feel me? Exactly. I was in Lamar Park. I was in Lamar Park on Juneteenth, and I don't know if this dude thought he knew me or something, but he grabbed on me, and I was just I was actually excited because I was like, damn, I'm really outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is close enough to grab you, and you just like, I had not had to, size up a nigga in a minute because I was just like, who are you grabbing on? It's just like, you feel?
I definitely feel you. Damn.
But for real though, you just kind of like, it goes into that whole feeling of boundaries. So no, I don't think that she has to be conservative.
Right.
Like, no. Especially going back to the whole Nina Simone thing. So, nah. Like, Nina Simone would be disappointed. She probably disappointed. People was talking about, I know our ancestors just shaking their head. I know they shaking their head because y'all got the audacity to fix y'all lips to try to judge her. Especially Nina Simone. She probably like, ooh, these people so damn stupid.
Not Nina Simone turned over her grave, bruh.
Nina flipping out.
Y'all really think Nina Simone didn't shake the tail for the goddamn. Y'all really think she didn't shake a little booty by it.
You thought that she what was the song before that? I put a spell on you. Come on, quit it.
Out your mind.
That was her. That was like her generational version of WAP. Quit playing.
Right. Ooh-wee. Yo, bro, I definitely feel like Nina Simone is shaking her head right now and shaking her ass. Probably shaking her ass.
Both.
Probably, you know what I'm saying? And I would think that she's proud of Chloe, considering the fact of how she lived her life. So I definitely think that she's proud of Chloe. And congrats to Chloe Bailey and Holly. Man, they're doing their thing. They definitely had like one of the best R&B albums of last year, hands down. We covered it on our podcast, called it the number one. I thought it was definitely the best. They doing their thing, man. Grownish, they really stepping into
and it's
themselves.
Just like let them
do them.
Be them. Let them step into themselves. Like, and that's the thing. That's what I mean when I say it's Chloe Bailey is the personification of the revolution of a Black woman.
Dang. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the journey.
As a Black man that love Black women, I too am enjoying the show. Can't complain at all. Dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like the performance was great. The audio was amazing. I mean, she's doing great things. But I did think this was important to talk about because I wanted to get your stance on it. I want you to hear from a Black man, and I want us to come together, man. Because one thing that tequila bring people together, man. I mean, that's what Tequila Tuesday for. If you don't drink on Tuesday, you like, I don't know, you listen to Common like 365 days of the week.
You just really got something against Common.
I just don't think people listen to Common like that, bro. If you listen to Common like, hit me up, inbox me if you listen to Common like that. I don't know anybody that listen to Common like that, bro.
Not consistently.
I don't know no common fans besides Teasy, but I'm gonna let him live. But
What's to being made? I don't dislike Common, but I wouldn't say that I'm just like running him back. Like I gotta listen.
You see what I mean?
Sure.
You see what I mean? And I think
he is definitely respected in the culture. So
yeah, I think he's anti Tequila Tuesday. That's just how I look at him.
I mean considering that you're anti-Common, I wouldn't doubt it. What the hell?
Hey man, but nah, Jazz, appreciate you coming by, man. Appreciate you giving me a black girl magic insight that you just sent through. Man, make sure y'all check out Jazz material. She got all types of stuff coming out. You working on a movie. Yo, let the people know what you working on right now.
Nah, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right now I'm in pre-production for a short film called Save Yourself. And it's so crazy that you even brought it up because it's definitely kind of tying into the revolution of a black girl.
Revolution of a black woman.
And kind of deading the idea of imposter syndrome. So I'm doing that right now in post-production for another short. So, just got a lot going on right now.
Busy.
But I'm trying to figure it out. You feel me? I'm not trying. I am figuring it out. So
yeah,
I'm
like
super excited about that. So yeah.
Yo.
So thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Whenever
I hope I went too deep because sometimes I get too deep. You know what I'm saying? I get passionate and shit, and I'm a poet, so it just come off mad deep. But I promise, all is good. It's all love.
Nah, perfect amount of deepness. Perfect amount of deepness for this one, man. I appreciate you, man. Yo, Jazz, thanks for coming by. Make sure y'all check out, her page. We'll drop her.
You can follow me at Jazzy Toy at JASJETOI as an igloo.
Yeah. Make sure you follow her. Check out her stuff, man. And appreciate you coming by for another episode at Tequila Tuesday. Hey, man, drinks up. We'll see you next time. Peace.